Welcome to Stop the Madness. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Stop the Madness. I'm your host, The Kid Plot, my co-host, Isaac Cotto.
What's up?
We are back in the building, and we have a great show for you guys today. But before we get into it, please like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you're notified when we make more videos like this, and you guys don't miss it, right?
Correct.
All right, man. So let's kick it off. What are we talking about?
We reacted to a video that I think is one of the only videos I've seen where the person wasn't afraid of what other people said. Let's take a look at the video. It's from it looks like a news show maybe out of the UK, but it's an interesting video. Let's check it out.
Right.
Is a journalist and a presenter at Virgin Radio, just down the corridor. Good afternoon to you, Shivani.
Good afternoon, Julia.
Thanks.
You know my pronouns are they, them. How are you doing?
Yeah. Thank you for telling me your pronouns. I use correct grammar, so the only thing I would need to refer you to is to your face would be you. But I'm not being rude. You can choose your pronouns. You can choose what you want to call yourself, but you don't get to require me to use incorrect grammar and factually incorrect things. You're not a plural. You're a one person, and you're a female person. So I will use she and her. Thank you very much.
Do what you like, I guess.
Well, there you are. You didn't need to tell me then, did you?
Bro,
Real quick, go ahead, go.
this is the first time that that I've heard someone respond that way, as in, I'm not going to use incorrect grammar because it makes you feel better. Like, you're not a plural, so I'm not going to call you they or them. I'm going to call you as a singular person, whether you want to be considered a man or woman. All right, cool, but I'm going to call you singular. So right now you're a she, because that's what you are, right? You look like a she. You were born a she. I'm going to call you a she.
My question is like I said, I for me is also the first time I saw, and this looks like a talk show, but I think 9 out of 10 talk shows, if they did something like this, they probably get canceled. Like, this would not
But she's
last
right.
very long. Like, if someone did that on regular TV, like, you don't see anyone doing something like this.
The fact that she said, I'm not going to use incorrect grammar, it was the best response you could give.
Exactly. All right, let's see what else you got to say.
Did you?
Maybe I'm just making sure people know in case they're watching and they want to refer to me respectfully.
Is it disrespectful for me to use correct factual grammar?
It's not incorrect or unfactual grammar to use singular they, them pronouns for an individual. But we're here to talk about the cast review.
Yeah, but you chose to bring it up.
You chose to use the incorrect pronouns for me.
I
I've
chose
just
to use the
corrected it.
correct pronouns for a single woman who is appearing on my show.
I'm not a single woman, though. I'm a very special non-binary trans person, as you just pointed out. I
didn't
really
just
want to
point
stand
that
out
out.
in the crowd.
I didn't just point that out. I introduced you as a journalist and a Virgin Radio presenter.
No, just before I came on, you were talking about how people with all these labels like to be special. And I'm just making sure.
She's not a single woman. She's plural. It's whatever it takes to be right.
And the host didn't go looking for that conversation.
Right.
She started out like, "Oh, you
This
can
is my
address me
pronouns.
as they, them," and she's like, yeah, no."
Right.
Like,
But the
that
fact that
doesn't
she
make
said, I'm not a singular woman, then what are you then?
Right.
Multiple? You're plural? Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Ain't got time for that. Play
Let's
that. Keep going.
sure that everyone knows I'm special.
Okay, I'm not special. I'm just a boring old heterosexual married woman. But, sorry about that. We're not allowed to do that anymore. In fact, that probably does make me special now. I don't know. Anyway, Shivani, we're colleagues, and I obviously want to treat you with respect. But again, for me, respect works both ways, and that also requires people on both sides to be respectful of people's willingness to not want to tell lies or to be dishonest to themselves. So we'll have to respect each other's views on this. Let's talk about Hilary Cass, who's the most important person here. Well, most important person who's actually trying to do something to look after children, in my view. She's a paediatrician. Children.
She moved on. All right, so that's basically it. But I mean, it was refreshing to see an honest response, not the politically correct response. Yep. And let me tell you, it's very trying. I went to court the other day into a county, and there was a criminal case, and a lot of times as attorneys we go to the courtroom, and there's some chairs for attorneys waiting to talk to the prosecutors, and I'm sitting there and I'm just looking at my phone waiting for the prosecutor to talk to me. We got a list, and someone comes, an imposing, like calves like the size of my hips, right?
Jesus.
and it looks like they're not wearing short. And I look up and I see a skirt, but it's like man legs or whatever. And I keep going up, and it's this huge man with a dress that's above the knee and big, like almost hairy, big legs, like humongous legs, like country farm, square block, huge person, and has a like a sundress and a sweater, and he has a wig on. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, and I look up, and he said his name, and he's smart. He picked like one of those plural names, like Aaron. Like Aaron could be a guy or girl. I was like Aaron Smith or some shit like that, right? And I was like, "Hey, Aaron, nice to meet you." But it's like I was paused, and chat. He's like, "Oh, did someone help you already on the case?" Like, no, and walked away. And I was just like, if he said you got to address me as Jane and she and this, that, it would have been a struggle, but it's challenging to call that out in a very public setting. And, do you want to cause a big issue? You know what I mean? Yeah. And you're in a courtroom. But I guarantee you 90% or 95% of the individuals in that courtroom feel the way I felt, right?
Yeah.
But that's why I say it's refreshing to see someone like literally have
I'll tell you. Yeah. So here's what I would do in that situation. I mean, what she said was completely accurate as far as I'm going to use proper grammar when I'm addressing you. But here's the deal. If any of them were to be like, listen, these are my pronouns, I'm they and them, which we all know all our life is plural. I'm just going to address them by their name. I'm just going to call them by their name. That way there's no disrespect. They don't feel like they're being disrespected. I'm not calling you outside of your name. I'm not calling you something different. I'm just going to call you by Jane, or I'm going to call you by Jeff. Like, I'm not going to say, it's just, what sense does it make? They come here. Like, what? That doesn't even sound grammatically correct.
They said that.
They said that. Hey, you know what? They want to go to the store, and then you're thinking that it's a bunch of people and it's one person. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to say the person's name. What is your name? Great. And that's what I'm going to call you.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, man, for her to do that on her show, like I said, it was refreshing. But, man, it's pretty crazy that you have to actually watch what you say, how you say it, and do the mental math and gymnastics to say, let me not call them they. I got to call them Jeff or Jane. And go through that BS.
But when did this even start? Because not you also have like non-binary. So they're neither. They're not he or she. Like, they're just nothing.
Right.
I'm not, man, this is ridiculous. Like, when the hell did that even start, bro? It just sounds like a game.
The question in a public setting, would you call it out like this host? Let us know.
Yeah, for real.
Comment. Let us know. It's tough to do it in these days because you don't want to get canceled, but it's real. We see y'all next week. Appreciate it.
Peace.
Yep. Peace. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel and click here. If you want to see more videos like this, click here.